What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. So this week we are playing the Limitless Online Tournament Series. First off, Happy New Year's, Happy 2021. Congratulations, making it through 2020 and all that good stuff, whatever, all that, you know, all that stuff through 2020 and making it 2021. But today and this week, and maybe going forward for a minute, we are going to play in tournaments. And I don't know how long it's going to keep going. I really like playing tournaments right now. They're a lot of fun. You get to showcase different decks, and you're not going to play against, like, ADP over and over again in a standard. Now, still in a standard tournaments, there is ADP, but there are some tournaments that we might play where ADP is banned, and I think that'd be cool to see. So, we're going to cover an expanded tournament this week. We are playing Snorlax VMAX, and, yeah, we'll go over the deck and talk about it and how all that went down. Link will be down below to the playlist in every single video where you can see all matches. You can see back to the introduction. And also I'll have a link to the Limitless TCG tournament where you can actually go there and they give you opponents' decks. I'm not going to put those in the beginning of every video just because some people don't want their decks seen. They have it private, so I mean, it is public, but, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like posting it unless they do have it public. Now, if it's public at the end of the video, we actually show it off, so make sure you pay attention to the end, and you can see the deck list if you want to see the deck list. But if not, you go on Limitless website, and they're always there. So that's the cool thing about Limitless. Deck lists are always there. So I knew for sure I wanted to play Snorlax. I bought Snorlax like, a long time ago. I was like, yo, Snorlax is, like, my new guy. I love me some Snorlax. I love some Zork. And, yeah, Snorlax is a very simple card. 340 HP. He's a tank. G-Max Fall 60, and this attack does 30 more damage to each of your bench Pokemon. So, of course, if you have a Sky Field, you know, you have 8 bench Pokemon, of course, 8 times, 30 is 240, plus 60 is 300 damage. Now, 300 is not one-shotting everything in the format, unfortunately, but we'll go over the list later on and talk about changes we can make that can eventually help that if we want to go down that route in future expanded tournaments. Now, I started talking to Mark, my good friend Mark, and we were talking about Snorlax. He loves Snorlax, so I knew he would love to talk about him, but he would play aggro, and aggro seems cool, but I wasn't a fan of that. I'm not a fan of, like, I don't know, it's good deck, like, it's really, really good. Like, Vileplume shut down items, I love that card. Vileplume make your basic Pokemon can attack you, that's perfect in this format nowadays. So yeah, and we talked about the deck some, and I sent him my list. I just built it very quickly on Friday night, and the only suggestion he made was there was a Juniper in here. He told me to cut the Juniper and play Guzma Hala, and so I did that. It made sense, right? You have enough draw cards. Well, look, one in core seems like not a lot, but you're playing 2 Dedenne, you're playing Crobat, and you're playing Cinccino to draw cards. Like, you're gonna be drawing like crazy. So what Guzma Hala does, let's search your deck for a stadium card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Then when you play this card, you may discard 2 other cards in your hand. If you do, you may also search for a Pokemon Tool card, Special Energy card in this way. So what this does, it lets you get Sky Field, Float Stone, and Triple Acceleration Energy all in one swoop, just in case you don't have those in your hand, which is very, very good. And so then I started talking to more people. A lot of people said it was fine. I had a friend that said, Nathan said, your Dedenne and Tapu Lele aren't full art. And so, of course, we had to change that. Couldn't have that. We had to have all full arts in this deck, right? And then I talked to my friend Andrew. We know Andrew, Charizard Lounge, really good friend of mine. He suggested just to cut the, we had a 4th Cinccino in here. We cut that for a 3rd Snorlax VMAX. So that's pretty good because if you prize 1 and 1 gets knocked out, then you're like, relying on finding your stretchers. And so we play 3. Your 3 Cinccino is fine. If you're nervous about prizing a couple, you can, whatever. I think there's some games I think I have, like, multiple Cinccino's prized, and I forget we're playing 3 all the time. Whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes I forget we're playing 3, and you can clearly see that. And just a warning, when watching these games, you're going to see some misplays, and I definitely call them out and try my best to, like, talk about the misplays I made. So yeah, so let's go over the deck. We talked about how we got to here, why we're here, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Snorlax VMAX, G-Max Fall, that's the main guy. That's the whole kid and caboodle right there. That's it. That's the only damage we're ever doing. You have Snorlax V. You can't ever attack with him, but he has 220 HP. He actually, his eyes are closed. His eyes are always closed, right? Yeah, they're always closed. Hold on, Zora wants to get out. 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Come on, Zora. Anywho, so Snorlax It's just here to evolve into Snorlax VMAX. That's all it is. That's all we're here for. Cinccino has that make do ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. Oh my goodness, that's not right either, Josh. You just can't speak English right now. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. There we go. That's how it is. Basically, you discard a card, you draw 2 cards. Same as Zoroark. Busted ability. We saw it on Zoroark GX all the time. And that's also another story. A lot of people are saying play Zoroark GX over this. With Zoroark GX, you have more 2-prize Pokemon on your bench, and that's scary, right? And I don't think it's that good. Now, what Zoroark GX could do, it could give you a better Dragapult matchup because you're hit for weakness. But I was fine with Cinccino because then you have, like, Winona, and we'll go over that card later on. So I went with Cinccino, and the big thing is because of Winona. I don't think his Zoroark GX added too much. Like, yeah, you can do some damage, but I don't know. We just went with that instead. I just went with the Cinccino line instead. So I think you still lose to Decidueye, which is probably the deck's 2 biggest weaknesses, Colossal and then like the Decidueye. If you don't know Decidueye I'm talking about, let me pull up real quick. I think that's the only 2 decks this deck struggles with, and like it doesn't even help with that. This guy right here makes where V and GX can hurt you. So even then, like Zoroark GX doesn't help. The only thing that can help that is somewhat cute is you could play Do the Wave Cinccino. This guy, it does 20 damage. Ties number of your bench Pokemon. Of course, you have a ton, and so Do the Wave could actually, help you out if you are scared against Decidueye. Now, Decidueye wasn't a big thing, so we didn't play it. So we didn't play it, and I think we're still fine. I think with Decidueye alone as Egg, they might bench many Pokemon. I don't know. You just gotta get lucky and just hope, cross your fingers against that matchup. But anyways, we're gonna way off topic. Ditto's in here, of course, to evolve. Ditto can only evolve into Cinccino and Alolan Muk. It is going to evolve into its Stage 1. The Snorlax VMAX is not a Stage 1. He is a VMAX. Crucial to point out. So, of course, everybody in this Minccino, I didn't go over it, but it's got 70 HP. It's the highest Minccino that there is. So this Cinccino is the best. You can't attack with any of them, but 70 HP over 60 and 50 obviously is a lot better. We are playing a 1-1 Alolan Muk. This Muk has Collect, which we actually used this card. We actually did Collect. Pretty cool. And then Alolan Muk, Power of Alchemy. Now, this is going to shut down Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo, we play it ourselves. Sudowoodo makes it where you can only have 4 bench Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field. And, that drastically hurts Snorlax VMAX's game plan. So we need to find a Alolan Muk for the Power of Alchemy to shut down basic Pokemon's abilities. Now, this does multiple things. There's a Exeggcute that we play against that is really good against. It shuts down Mewtwo and Mew, which is really good against. Late game ends to 1s plus Muk is really good. I'm trying to think what else we used it for in this tournament. I think that's the only big ones that we really used it for. The Sudowoodo alone is like busted. And then like Exeggcute is becoming a thing now. And Pikarom decks and expanded, so that's definitely a thing. And then if you ever play against Mewtwo and Mew, like bam, you win. Like it's a really good card. So Muk is definitely necessary in here. Like the big thing is for Sudowoodo. Now since this is open deck list, if you know your opponent's now playing any basic Pokemon that has like abilities, you just chunk the Muk, like, alright, get out of here, bud. Alright, so that's that. Play 1 Crobat, of course, the Dark Acid, you'll draw 6 cards in your hand, and we have a Dedenne as well to discard, you have 6 cards, and draw, you have 6 cards in your hand. Now, the big thing is, we did lose Shaman, and the thing I wanted to show in this tournament is that you can do very, very well without Shaman EX. Shaman, my boy, favorite Pokemon, always, there's always little Shamans floating around. He got the Banhammer, right? So you can't play Shaman anymore. But even without Shaman, the deck is still really, really good. Just saying. Just saying. We have 1 Exeggcute here for that Propagation. If this Pokemon's your discard pile, you may put it into your hand. Basically what this does is you can use Exeggcute over and over again, and then you can discard it with, like, Cinccino for that Make Do, or for Quick Ball, or for Ultra Ball, whatever you need to. You can prop the egg in your hand, then discard it, and you're good to go. Last card, Pokemon, is going to be Tapu Lele. Basically, where it's used for Energy Drive. Search it for support card, busted turn 1 to get... Well, not on your first turn. If you're going first, then don't use Tapu Lele because support cards are useless. But it's a good card. Really good card. The only card I want to give a shout out to, and Mark suggested this. Let's pull up Golisopod real quick. So this is Glispawn. It does 30. This attack does 50 more damage each your opponent's Pokemon V and GX in play. So if you're playing against Colossal, this could be a card you could use. Maybe. Maybe. I think you just take the hard L to Colossal. There's also another card that we talked about, and that is going to be Altaria. Altaria makes it where you have no weakness. Each colorless Pokemon has no weakness. Maybe this is what you take to beat Colossal, but then like Colossal could just like bring it up and knock it out. So it's very, very scary. So there's different things we're trying to figure out how to beat Colossal, and I'll be thinking about that over post-come weeks, and even if there's an expanded tournament, then we'll think about it. But Altaria is an option. Glispawn is maybe an option. Like, that's very, like, you know, very sketchy kind of thing, but we'll see. So yeah, that's all the Pokemon. We have one Dowsing Machine. I like Dowsing Machine over Computer Search because it lets you reuse cards, especially since you're like dumping a bunch of stuff. A Dowsing Machine just give back stuff back if you do dump something. So I think Dowsing Machine is fine. You could opt to Computer Search. Heck, even Scoop Up Cyclone might work here. Like Scoop Up Cyclone to Snorlax VMAX for the back in your hand. That'd be so cute. But Dowsing Machine is given like a third, like, you know, Special Charge, Field Blower, a 5th VS Seeker, another supporter card. It's just really, really good. And I think you can manipulate your hand enough to save the Dowsing Machines, and so that's what Dowsing Machine is in here. Like, I like that a lot more. Field Blower is going to be good to get rid of Stadium cards for the majority of the part, but also for Garbodors. We didn't see any Garbodor, spoiler, while we played in this tournament, but Garbodor is definitely a pain, because if they Garbodor you can't make do, and then you're in trouble, right? So Field Blower is really nice for that. Also get rid of Stadium cards. That's probably the big one as well, right? For Quick Ball, of course, we're going to find a base Pokemon with this, discard a card from hand, find a base Pokemon. We do have 2 Rescue Stretchers. This might be overkill. We might just need 1. But with your, you know, you have so many Pokemon, you have to dump them to Dedenne nowadays. Stretcher, like, seems very crucial, actually. So 2 Stretchers seems really good. We are playing 2 Special Charges to get back 2 Special Energies. So this way you basically have 8 Triple Acceleration Energies, or use Dowsing Machine, you have 10. That's plenty to take knockouts for sure. For Ultra Ball, for consistency, of course, the best search ball card of the game. Be able to discard 2 cards in your hand, search for any Pokemon is busted. And for VS Seeker to reuse any support cards, this is probably like low-key the best training card in Expanded. Like I would advocate for that. Be able to find any support card is like busted, right? For Sky Field, of course, we're going to have 8 bench Pokemon, so our Snorlax VMAX can hit that magical 300 damage, right? 300, that's insane. So outside of that, there's no Max Potion. That's the only thing I can argue with is a Max Potion, which can heal all damage from Snorlax VMAX. But I don't think that really came into play where we needed a Max Potion. AZ is definitely the same thing. Put 1 Pokemon into your hand. Now this is really good because you can pick up anybody and then play it. So what does this mean? Well, you get like AZ up into Dedenne and put it back down, right? It doesn't have to have damage on it. You just discard all cards, which in Snorlax's case, he doesn't have anything on him, so that's really, really good. So AZ can pick up like a Dedenne, put it back down. If they bring somebody up and you don't have Guzma, you can AZ pick them up. So that's a really cool thing that AZ is in here for. Like I said, the only thing you can cut is maybe play a Max Potion. Outside of AZ, we're playing Colress. We have a ton of bench Pokemon, so will your opponent. You shuffle your hands to deck, then draw a card, draw a number of cards equal to the number of bench Pokemon. So let's say your opponent has 4, because you have Sudowoodo out, you have 8 on your side. That's still 12 cards. That's amazing. 2 Guzma, of course, is which is both active. I get to pick, and then I get to knock out whoever I want to. That's pretty much what it says. I get to knock out who I want to. Also, it helps to get the R active out of the active spot if they do desire to Lysan or Guzma up somebody and try to get it stalled. Guzma Hala, we know what this does. It search for these 3 key cards. 1 in is very, very good in this deck because you get any your opponent down to 1, and then you can, from there, Cinccino, draw cards while they can't, and then you can have, like, Muck down. It's like not a lock deck, but that's a very lock mechanic, right? Into 1, have Cinccino, have Muck, and then Snorlax VMAX is just like just doing damage, right? That seems very cool. Ranger, spoiler, we didn't use it at all, but I would definitely keep it in the deck. Use rid of all effects of attacks in each player in his or her hand, or his or her Pokemon. This is going to help out against anybody that attacks, or makes it where you can't use special energies, and also shuts down ADP. It gets rid of Alter Creation, so they don't take another prize card. ADP is not, you know, really good and expanded because of this card. This card just shuts down ADP. It says, hey, you know that Alter Creation you just did? I'm just going to Ranger and get rid of it. So that's a really cool card. Now, our best supporter card in the game in this deck is going to be Winona. Search deck for 3 colors Pokemon, build and put into your hand. shuffle your deck afterwards. And this is the reason why I'm playing Cinccino over Zorg, because you can Winona for a Snorlax VMAX and 2 Cinccinos. And then you're like, all right, let's go. Let's start drawing cards. You can Winona for a Snorlax VMAX, Cinccino, and a Minccino. You can Winona for a Snorlax VMAX, Snorlax V, and a Ditto. Whatever you want to. You play so many colors Pokemon that why not play Winona in this deck? So Winona is definitely MVP of this deck. Love this card so much. And that's what makes Snorlax and Cinccino so broken, I feel like. 2 Float Stone for that free treat, of course. If you don't have Snorlax V in the active, you need to have Snorlax V in the active. So 2 Float Stones, of course, to help out with that. And 4 Triple Acceleration Energy. This card can only be attached to Evolution Pokemon. So it can only be attached to 2. It can be attached to Snorlax VMAX and Cinccino. This card provides 3 color synergy, which is great because, of course, Snorlax VMAX, that's a 3 color synergy attack. Very, very cool. But once, if this card is attached to anything else, then Evolution card discards Pokemon. But yeah, it gets discarded at the end of the turn. So once you attack, it's not there anymore. So it gets discarded, which is kind of unfortunate. Whatever. It makes it balanced for sure, though. It makes it where you have to dig later on to find another triple acceleration energy. But that's why I play 2 special charges, so you can keep searching for those over and over again. Now, that's the list. I hope I explained everything very well. Things that you can add, like I said, you can play the Gliscod if you want to. You can play the Do the Wave Cinccino if you want to. You can play Max Potions if you want to. You can play Junipers and stuff like that if you want to. These are all great suggestions. The one wild suggestion I was thinking is if you play Kukui with Muscle Band, you do additional 40 damage, which then you hit 340, which then you knock out every VMAX in the game. Like every VMAX, right? So then now you can start one-shotting the Colossals because they have 330 HP. Still, it's very risky. Not the best play in the world. Another thing that you could do against Colossal is smack them with a Cinccino for Energy Assist for 40. And if they don't AZ it up or Max Potion it, then you can Snorlax VMAX. The only option you have to one-shot a Colossal that I could think of is going from the Muscle Band Kukui play. Even then, I don't know if that's enough to be Colossal. I think the thing with Colossal is you just gotta hope that they don't set up, and you just knock out the Colossal V, and then you just knock out a Colossal V, and hope they can never get one set up. So that's the game plan. You can also be cute, and you can they turn to smack a Snorlax, right? Then you smack them with a Snorlax VMAX, and then they smack you back out, and then they go to 1, and if you in them plus knock them out, and they don't have another Colossal VMAX set up, that might be enough to win you the game. The problem with these Colossal decks, they are playing Magcargo plus Oranguru combos, which allows them to find anything in their deck. So it's a very hard deck to take down if they do set up, but it is a lot to set up. They need Oranguru, they need Magcargo, they need Colossal, and they need the VMAX. This one, I guess we do, we do need a lot, but our cards draw cards. Their cards don't really draw cards. See what I'm saying? That's the big difference there. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about Snorlax VMAX, let me know. If you have any suggestions to help the deck be better, I guess especially against Colossal, let me know. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And this week we will see Snorlax VMAX in action. And yeah, I'm excited to show these games. Alrighty, bye.